Welcome back to the Mindflow Wellness channel. My name is Lexi and thank you for joining me today. We'll begin today's practice in a seated position with our legs crossed. Taking deep breaths in here, in through the nose, filling the belly with oxygen, and exhaling also through the nose. Continue to breathe, feeling nice and connected, feeling the sit bones grounded in the earth below you. On your next inhale, we'll drop the hands to either side of the body, inhaling the arms out and up towards the sky, palms to meet, exhaling the hands down through heart center. And again, inhaling, bringing the arms out and up towards the sky. And as you exhale, twist towards the right, bringing the left hand to the right knee, inhaling to prop up the spine, and exhaling to twist just a little bit further from the navel. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, twisting towards the opposite side, bringing the right hand towards the left knee, inhaling to prop up the spine here, and exhaling again to twist just a little bit deeper. We'll unwind, coming back to center. Hands will meet at the top, clasping the fingertips together but keeping the pointer fingers out and up towards the sky. We'll inhale, and as you exhale, we'll lean towards the left-hand side of the room, feeling a nice stretch through the side body. Inhaling, coming back to center. We'll take a breath here before exhaling to the opposite side, feeling a nice stretch through the left side body here. Coming back to center, we'll exhale, bringing the hands down through heart center. Dropping the hands to the knees here, we'll begin to move through some seated cat-cows, so rounding through the spine when we exhale. And as we inhale, we'll bring the chest forward, exhaling, rounding through the spine, and inhaling, bringing the chest forward. We'll bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, coming into a Buddha Konasana, a butterfly pose. So here you can grab onto your feet, your ankles, getting yourself set up into a nice strong butterfly position, straightening the spine, grabbing the bottoms of the feet and beginning to flutter the knees up and down, really feeling this in the hips. Feeling nice and strong here, we'll inhale, and as we exhale, we'll fold forward over our feet. Feeling this beautiful stretch in the lower back, all the way up through the shoulder blades, maybe even into the knees. We'll press ourselves back up into a seated position, unwinding, placing the feet on the mat with the knees up towards the sky. We'll begin to drop them to one side and the other, doing some windshield wipers in the legs. And then we'll straighten into the legs, coming into a staff pose on the mat. You can scoop up the extra skin from your thighs, bring your sit bones closer to the earth, and we'll inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, folding over the legs. We'll continue to breathe here, trying to soften as much as we can into the back of the legs, feeling that stretch through the hamstrings. Pressing back up into a seated position, we'll bring the right foot to the bottom of the mat, bending into that right knee, bringing the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, straightening the spine here, getting nice and tall. We'll inhale our left hand out and up towards the sky, and as you exhale, we'll twist, bringing the left elbow to the outside of that right knee, coming into a little seated twist here. Unwinding just enough to switch to the opposite side, so bringing both legs out in front of you, bending into the left knee here, bringing the left foot to the outside of the right thigh, inhaling the right arm out and up, And exhaling, bringing the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, settling into a twist on this side. Unwinding here, crossing into the legs and bringing yourself forward onto your hands and your knees. We'll set up into a strong tabletop position here, shoulders directly over wrists, hips directly over your knees. And we'll inhale, dropping the belly, taking the gaze up toward the sky, exhaling, rounding through the spine, moving through some cat-cows here with your own breath at your own pace. Tucking the toes under and sending the hips up towards the sky for a downward facing dog. You can pedal your legs here, stretching into the back of each of the legs. And we'll inhale, bringing the right foot up towards the sky. And as you exhale, we'll send it all the way through in between our hands, coming into a high lunge. Inhaling our arms up towards the sky, tightening into our core. And exhaling, settling in, feeling nice and strong here. Dropping the left knee down to the mat, we'll bring the hands to either side of the right foot, and we'll inhale, rocking back, coming all the way back onto our heels, stretching through the back of that right leg. Staying with your breath here and sending it to any areas that you're feeling tension. And we'll inhale, coming back up into a runner's lunge position. We'll tuck under the left toes, meeting the left toes with the right, coming into a plank. We'll exhale into a chaturanga, inhale for an upward facing dog, and exhale, pressing back into a downward facing dog here again, pedaling the legs out. On an inhale, we'll raise that left foot towards the sky. And as you exhale, we'll send the left foot all the way through, coming into a high lunge on this side. Inhaling, tightening the core, raising the hands towards the sky. Exhaling, dropping that right knee back to meet the mat. We'll bring the hands to either side of the left foot now, rocking back onto the left heel, sitting back, feeling the stretch in the back of our left leg now. We'll inhale, coming back into a runner's lunge position, again tucking under the toes. Both feet will meet at the back of the mat, coming into a nice strong plank position here. We're going to hang out in this plank for just a few breaths. So feeling nice and strong, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Dropping the knees to the mat, and we'll press ourselves back into a child's pose here. Resting. Softening in here. You can even bring your hands to meet and bring them into a prayer position over the top of your head. This offers a really nice stretch through the triceps. We'll allow the hands to drop back to the mat. And from here, we'll bring both hands back, palms facing up on our lower back. We'll have the left hand on top. And on an inhale, we'll sweep the arm all the way around, coming all the way up onto our knees, a little baby back bend at the top. And as we exhale, we'll descend back towards the mat, bringing the hand to the lower back. We'll inhale on the right side, coming all the way up, little baby back bend, keeping the core tight during these back bends to protect the lower back, coming all the way back down to a child's pose. And we'll continue to sync breath with movement, moving at your own pace. After you've rolled through this movement one more time on each side, we'll come back into a child's pose, placing the hands out long on the mat in front of us. We'll inhale, moving into a tabletop position, coming onto the mat. We'll tuck the toes under, sending the hips up for a downward facing dog. Pedaling the legs out again here, doing whatever you need. Taking time here to stretch into the back of the legs, maybe rocking the hips from side to side. And on your next inhale, we'll shift forward into a plank position, lowering all the way down into chaturanga, inhaling for upward facing dog, and exhaling, pressing back into a downward facing dog. We'll walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward facing fold. You can grab opposite elbows and rock side to side for a ragdoll. Releasing the elbows here, dropping the hands to the mat. Inhaling, coming up halfway, flat back. Exhaling, dropping back to the mat, planting the hands, and walking the feet back into a plank position here. We'll shift forward on an inhale, and we'll exhale, bringing our body all the way down to the mat, placing the hands on either side of the armpits, palms planted firmly into the ground. We'll inhale, tightening into the core, coming into a cobra position, and exhale, descend towards the mat. Keeping the core tight and the legs pressed together, we'll continue to move through this cobra position. And the next time we descend towards the mat, we'll press ourselves up just enough to come onto our backs. So lying in a supine position with the knees up towards the sky, both feet firmly planted on the mat below you. Send the arms out into a T position on either side of your body. And we'll take an inhale, and as we exhale, we'll drop the knees towards the right hand side of our body, looking over that left fingertip for an extra stretch in your twist here. Keeping that left shoulder blade nice and firmly planted on the mat. And we'll bring the knees back to center, bringing them back up towards the sky, just enough so that we can rock them to the other side. Sending the gaze over the right hand, keeping that right shoulder planted on the mat. We'll just breathe through this twist here. Unwinding, bringing the knees back up towards the sky. And before we head into Savasana, we'll bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, coming into a reclined butterfly pose here. You can rock from side to side. You can come into a full happy baby if that feels good for you in your practice today. Whatever you need to even out that lower back and your spine after those twists. And when you feel complete, we'll send the legs out long on the mat, coming into a corpse pose, getting ready for Savasana. Taking a moment here just to feel the body, be aware of any sensations that are happening in the body. And we'll take a deep inhale all the way into the belly, and exhale, let it go with an audible sigh. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, maybe circling the wrists, stretching like you're waking from a restful sleep, coming back into the body here. And we'll roll over into a fetal position on your favorite side, and just take a moment here to breathe, sending gratitude to the body and to our minds for showing up for this practice and being present. When you're ready, we'll press ourselves back up into a seated position like we began class with. We'll take one more deep breath in here, feeling grounded, calm, focused, and energized. Thank you all again for joining me in today's practice. The light in me honors the light in you. I wish you a peaceful and grounded day ahead. See you next time.